Hopefully I'm on there. Someone let me know if you can hear me okay. I've not done this in a very, very long time. I'm surprised I managed to fit the double page spread on. But this is the page. I don't know if it's a bit silly that I've chosen this big double page spread to do on live stream. I don't know, but this is what I'm doing. Hello everyone. How is everyone? Hello Zoe, hello Kirsta. How are you both doing? I've quickly just ran downstairs, have this hot in Isabella. Now I don't know whether to try and pin these pages back. I might put some masking tape around the border and do that, otherwise I'll end up getting pools. I think that's what I'm going to do. So let me get some decent tape. I was almost organised. Let's try these two. So I worked in this book, in the Kerby book, quite a lot actually. I've done 1, 2, 3, 4 pages, and some of them are double page spreads right at the start of the month before I got sick. So I've not actually used this book in over a week and a half, I think. Something like that. Hello to everyone coming in. Hello Jen. Hello Lisa. Let me pin this. I know that this is all going to be white when I take the masking tape off. But my idea is I'm going to paint some sort of border like what I did with... Oh, it's not that side. It is this side. No, it's not. I've done too many pages in this book. I can't remember which page it is. But I know it's in this book. There it is. The dragon one where I did a border. So I'll do a similar thing. But I hope everyone's doing alright this Sunday. It feels strange to be streaming again. But I just thought, you know what? I fancy it. I'd had my shower. And that was at about 7 o'clock, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to schedule it. And then if I schedule it, I can't change my mind. I can't change my mind. I'm still just about getting over this stupid tonsillitis. It's just a little bit, that's the end of that one. Like the niggly bits at the end. The dog's going to have that now. Yeah, a bit of a cough. But apart from that, I'm more or less back to normal. If I was ever normal. I recently changed as well. I think I can see one of my members. Yes, I've recently changed my little icons to flowers. So you get all different colour flowers. I still need to mess around with all the emojis and stuff like that. I need to learn it. Now, is there going to be enough of this green? There's probably not. My husband picked me this masking tape up from the Trafford Centre, and then we went back to go and pick it up again, and they had none. So I'm still on the hunt for the best masking tape. So can I line this up? So my idea with this page, I'll give you, I don't know what to give you as a hint, because I just tend to do this all the time. What have I been doing loads and loads? If you follow me on Instagram, you'll know straight away what I'm going to do with this background. You'll have to excuse my coughs and stuff. Only a few more days, I'm hoping now. Let me just hurry up and get this boring bit out of the way of me just prepping the page. But I just thought that some people might want to see how I do it. Oh. And I'm letting my fringe grow out so it keeps going in my eyes. It's annoying the life out of me. Yes, so it's going to be a galaxy. Excuse me. I'm going to do a galaxy background, but that's no surprise. Hello, Dan. Right, last one. Let's see if I can match this up. What's everybody been up to today? I went out for a really nice walk, and we went to the location of the new house. We went to, there's like a forest, like a park first, and then leads on to a forest. And it was a really, really nice walk. It was nicer than the forest near where we are now. We really enjoyed it. Isabel loved it, absolutely loved it. I did put in my thumbnail that I was going to use this palette. Let me just show you. I was going to use my palette that I've put together myself, but in hindsight I'm not going to, because there's a lot of Daniel Smith in here, Winsor & Newton Pros, and some, I can't remember, they're just a cheap brand. But I thought it'd probably be best, and especially because I know I'm going to use a lot of paint here, I'm using the white, light, are they white lights? White light ones, these ones. You've cooked dinner and you're watching programmes. I've cooked dinner, a full beef roast for me, myself and Irene. Me, Dana, my mother-in-law, my son, and then Isabel doesn't eat that, so she had a pizza. Right. I'm hoping that that'll be okay. Let me. The reason that I'm doing this, if anybody's wondering, is because I don't want the watercolour to pool up. And this is the best way to avoid it. Just pinning down. That should be okay that night. Right. And look how posh I am. I'm not really. I don't know what these are called, pipettes. I got a pack off Amazon. I only needed one, but I think they came in a pack of 50. I mean, they were only super duper cheap, but still, I don't need 50 of them. So my usual pinks. I don't know what swatch chart has gone for this. I need to redo all of my watercolour swatches, but that is easier said than done. So I'll leave them for a second or two. Chunky fish fingers. We had fish last night. Homemade fish chips and peas. Oh, I don't know if I'll be able to show you on camera. I don't want to spill my drink. But look, can you see? It says motherhood, just a walk in the park. I found this on Etsy. It was about £18. I'm jealous. I love Chinese. Love Chinese food. Right. So normally I would use a wet on wet technique, but because this is not watercolour paper, I'm not going to push my luck. So we'll start on this side. Now, if you're overly bothered about going over the lines, which I am not, then you can use a masking fluid, which the one that I recommend is this one. I've mentioned this several times on my channel before. It is absolutely brilliant, but because I've only got so much time tonight and I wanted to stream, I didn't want to sit here for an hour going over all of these details. So with it being watercolour, you can always go over the top with pencil. And then with these, I'll probably just go over them with white anyway, and then you've got white on the waves. So I think I'll get away with it. So I've got some clean water. Get all my brushes ready. And look what I found yesterday. It was at the bottom of my drawer, and it's a Faber-Castell Perfection. And it's like an eraser on one side. But this side is absolutely fantastic for making like a speckled effect. I'll show you. Look, I used it on this page last night, and I created all these speckles, and it was so easy to do. I'm thinking of doing another page in here. Well, just the background. That's all Inktense. All that background is Inktense, and then Inktense pencils for all of this as well. I love how it turned out as well. That's the sort of colour scheme that I'm going for as well tonight. Taco Sunday. Yum. I do apologise. So I do need some turquoise as well. So let's just stop talking about it and let's just do it. It's so annoying this. It's like, what are we on? A week and a half of being sick. You know when you wake up in the morning and you know you're ill. You don't just feel like an off day. You know you will. Well, that was me last week. So let me just test this first. That looks more of a red. See, this is where I'm not prepared and I've not got my swatch chart out. So I'll have to swatch them in the back of my watercolour book just to make sure. Yep, so that's the right one I want. It's a mixture between these two, I think. Oh yeah, that's the one. Beautiful. So shall I bring you in a little bit closer, or is that all right before I start? Hello, Minnie. I apologise if I've missed anyone. Still getting used to doing it again. Right, I will just bring you down ever so slightly. I'm using my very, very, very old tripod, so I'm hoping it's going to be okay. But I want 2 brushes at the ready. This is what I did last night, so one for clean water and then one for the paint. And then I do need a separate one. I'm going to look like a mad hatter here with 3 brushes in my hand, and I'm going to confuse myself because it doesn't take much. There's my turquoise, splattering that everywhere. So I will say, you've got to be careful with these boots with water. Even though they are really, really good, they're not watercolour paper. And if you're not careful, it'll start pilling. So more pink. See how pigmented that is compared to the turquoise. A view is a view. Hello, welcome. Have you told me your name before? I do apologise if you have. Oh, there you go. So it just needed more time to activate. I've not used these paints in a little while, to be honest. So it's a nice change. And that's mixing into a lovely purple as well. Let's go back into the pink. I have got a heat gun as well because I do think this is going to take a couple of layers to achieve the colour that I want, but we'll see. But I'm so excited tomorrow. I know it sounds terrible, but Isabel goes back to school, so I can do my normal routine and I can sit down and film again. Well, it's not just that, my voice is back, so I can film again. Oh, we had the people that have purchased our property now that we're in, they came again today. Was it today? No, yesterday. I'm losing track of my days. They came yesterday, and me and my husband were both panicking, thinking, oh God, what are they going to say? And, you know, do they not want to buy it anymore? No, they just wanted to come round and do some measurements. They've got all sorts of ideas what they want to do to the house. They want to knock the wall down that I've got all my colouring books and put it through to the kitchen. They want to do all the things that we wanted to do, basically. So it'll look very, very nice. Oh, my throat is doing my head in. Pamela. So it's Pamela. I will remember that now. Hello, Pamela. So I love blending them colours together. You see the purple that it makes there? So I want a little bit more. Let's load it up with pink. And then we want some more of the blue. Like I said, I'm not worried about these. What are they meant to be? The seagulls. If I go over them, I go over them. It's not the end of the world. Oh, which one are you working on, Alison? I've not added many to Instagram, I don't think. Not all the ones that I've done out of this month, because if I do that, then I feel like when I do finished pages, everyone's already seen them. So, but they'll be added at the end of the month. Let's darken that up a little bit. And some clean water. Oh, as anybody been watching the Johnny Depp trial last week, it carries on tomorrow. I have been absolutely fixated on it. Been watching it every day. Please tell me I'm not the only one. So I think I might go over with one more layer, because don't forget that this will dry a lot lighter as well than it looks. Oh, fragile world. I've been watching it, and then when I couldn't watch it, I've been catching up on TikTok, like you said. It seems that everybody's on his side. Yeah, it's on, there's a channel on YouTube, and then there's, what do they call it on TikTok? It's not called a channel, is it? It's just an app. I don't know what's it called, but one of them. That's what it is on TikTok. And yeah, they've been streaming it live on there. And like I said, if you can't make it to the live ones, there's so many videos out there, and quite funny ones. Quite funny ones. The one with the glass of wine. You had a mega glass of wine. Honestly, I was laughing my head off at that. Laughing my head off. Right, let's load these up again. So I need my little pipette. I most certainly am, Pamela. I'm doing a galaxy background, and then even the sea, I think I'm going to stick with turquoises and pinks, because why does the sea have to be just blue or green? It doesn't, does it? Thought I'd change it up. I know. That made me laugh too. Were you there? Yeah. I didn't really follow Johnny Depp before all this. You know, I knew what movies he were in. But yeah, I feel like I've turned into a bit of a stalker. Hello, Pickle. Please do excuse my voice. Anybody new coming in? I had tonsillitis last week, so I'm just on the very end of it. My voice doesn't usually sound this husky. I was actually on the phone to the doctors trying to get some medication, and he said to me, "Is that your normal voice?" I said, "Definitely not. Definitely not." Right, so I'm going to pop a little bit of the heat gun on now with one hand, because I need to keep these in the other. Now, Kirsty was nice enough to give me this heat gun. It's nice and quiet. I'm not going to use it loads, because if I do, it will melt the glue on the masking tape. So we need to do that a little bit there, don't we? Right. Danny's just asked me as well. He's sat in front of me, but he's got his headphones on. He says, "Can I go on my laptop, or is the mouse too annoying?" So he's just sat there watching TV now. Bless him. I've not told him to go on his computer, but it won't do him any harm. Yeah, definitely, with the sarcasm. But some of the things, like the makeup palette and stuff, apparently that makeup palette only got released in 2017 or something like that. So how could she have possibly been carrying it around while they were still married? Somebody's lying. So that's changing to a blue that now, because it's mixing too much. It's nice to be working in a Kerby page again. The last one I did, I think, was a body colour. I'm still waiting for the lady to finish it, so I don't want to share it on the channel yet, just in case she doesn't want me to. But it's a cracking page. I had fun doing that one. You don't get the same blends. I love my watercolour paper now. I've got so used to it. And I found this, it's a 100% recyclable cotton watercolour paper. It's absolutely beautiful. The edges are all frayed. Oh, I love it. Absolutely love it. So that's all I've been really doing while I've been sick. I've just been doing watercolour paintings. So if you don't like watercolour paintings, you might not like this month's finished pages, because there's going to be a lot of them, because that's what I've been enjoying at the minute. But what else have I been doing? Apart from feeling like I'm tidying up every second of every day, because we was having people viewing the house, not really much else. So I need to do in between the ribs. I absolutely love this cup. I'm going to take it everywhere. You can put a little lid on it as well. Oh yeah, the red nail varnish. That was absolutely terrible. It must have smelt it. Because nail varnish is quite pongy, isn't it? Yes, exactly, Minute, exactly. It is Kirsty. I'd never realised that's what it was up until me buying that one. And it's not overly expensive. It's cheaper than the Arches watercolour paper. Why record everything as well? Why record everything? I think that's so strange. I got a Daniel Smith watercolour. If anybody likes watercolour, you will like this, because I might not be able to show you with one hand, but the colours separate. Let me just move this for a minute. The colours separate absolutely beautifully. That's one that I did last night in Inktense, this one here. But these here, so you've got like pinks, but once they start drying, they change to purples. And then you've got a grey, but once it starts drying, blues and purples start popping out. It's unbelievable. When you start dipping your toes into your different mediums and learning. Oh, and I've just got paint on the other side. Fantastic. Well, we're not done yet. Not done yet. I want to add my stars and whatnot as well. I did think of using Inktense, but the only thing with Inktense is I would struggle going over if I wanted to go over a pencil. It's granulating watercolour. Now, I never even knew that was a thing up until very recently, so yeah, I'm having fun playing with them. Really enjoying them. Right, so let's get this side finished instead of nattering. I'll be able to just get a couple of these colours down. Oh, I've booked Rolo in for the groomer. She goes on the 12th of May. And I'm getting her completely shaven. Apart from the very tip of her tail and the mane around her face. So she'll look like a little lion. She's had it done once before, years and years ago. But yeah, I've booked her in. Because come the summer, she'll be happy then. But she's so cute when she's been shaved. She's got that blue skin underneath, blue, purple, purpley skin. I can't wait to see her. Then her first dead soft. Excuse me. Emily, hello. That looks super, super pigmented, that, don't I? Yeah, and apart from that, I need to start collecting boxes to start moving. I've said to my husband that I'll start packing some of my art stuff away. Anything that I know that I'm really not going to use in the next 4 or 5 months, I'll pop away. Just to get some things sorted. I can sort toys out and clothes and books and that sort of thing. The amount of true crime books that I've got is quite frankly embarrassing. So I need to sort all them out as well. Let's take some of that off. I need to do a couple of trips, to be honest, to the charity shops, because sometimes when you've read a book, you don't want to read it again, do you? So... No, Minnie, we've found a place. We've found a place. It's... Oh, sorry if I knocked the camera, it's because I've got it on charge. It's not far from where we are now. I mean, it's probably like 10 minutes in the car. So it's okay for Isabel going to school. I mean, my son's going to be on the bus for about 40 minutes when he starts college, which, oh my god, how am I that old? How am I that old? He starts college in September. But yeah, it's already got the room downstairs for Isabel. It'll just need a wet room putting on eventually, but for the time being, we're going to have to put the stair lift in just to bath her. But yeah, so far so good. It's just a waiting game now. What have you got to eat? He's put his headphones back on now. He's just brought a lot of crackers in. I just fed him a beef dinner not long ago. He's eating again. Yeah, so I'm really looking forward to it. I'll have my own art room upstairs as well. So my own space, I can film in the evenings if I want to. Or if I just want to be away from the family and do my art in the evenings, then I can. We've needed to move for a very, very long time now, so I'm just happy that it's here. That it's finally happening. I don't know what my daughter's going to be like though, because this is the only house that she's ever known. So that part will be interesting. And I'm being told by so many people that it's taking forever with the move now. And I don't understand why. I know people are saying, oh, well, it's due to COVID. Everyone keeps saying it's COVID. COVID, COVID. Well, let's do some blending here now. Hey, I'm always hungry as well. It's not just men. I took some half a packet of chicken wings out, and I was meant to be cooking them at 9:30. I'm not going to be now, am I? And to be fair, we did have tea very, very early. So, more pinks. I'm not overly worried if this bleeds through, because I've got a funny feeling that it is going to do, because of how much paint that I'm putting down. I have already bought a backup one. I mean, for £5, the amount of hours that I spend in these books, I think it's so worth it. So that's why I like to buy myself a backup copy of books that I really enjoy. That's my excuse anyway. I hope you can't hear him chomping. He's literally eating crackers. Right, so I think we'll be able to move down now. What do we think these fish are here? I don't think they're any sort of real fish, are they? Because they look like, I mean, that one looks like it's got a crocodile head. But I'm pretty sure that skeleton's meant to be a sperm whale. Now, I know the names are at the back of the book, and I can't check now because I've already pinned it all down. So what are we having a guess of? What are them fish called? Why does it try and block a comment that says piranhas? Are you stupid? Do you reckon they are piranhas? Well, if they're piranhas, they're going to be really bright piranhas. That's what I think. I need a little bit more water. You're going with fish. Oh. Right, let's just get this down. Because my favourite part of doing any galaxy is adding them stars. I love, love, love adding stars. The benefit of only using these two colours is you can blend so many different colours from these. So even though it's only like a pink and a turquoise, you can change it to a purple or to a blue. Yes, yes, it would be really, really cool, but the David Attenborough and me would be saying, well, that's not right, because they should be 3 or 4 miles down under the sea, not at the surface. But yeah, that would have been cool. Did anybody watch his new dinosaur documentary? It was on last week. I purposely made sure that I watched that. Oh, I enjoyed it. It was all about, they found a fossil. I'm sorry if this bores anybody else, but I love dinosaurs. They found a fossil from the day, apparently, from the day that the dinosaurs went extinct. They found parts of the fossil. I just found that so interesting. I was a paleontologist in another life. That's what I keep telling myself. Oh yeah, I loved it. No, I don't care. I don't care. So I think these need blending now. I'm going to go quiet for a minute because I'm going to make sure that I get this properly blended before it starts drying on me. I probably added a little bit too much water. Alison, Danny says that to me all the time. All the time. And I'm sure he just says it just because he knows that it pees me off. Debbie, you know they didn't exist. It's all made up. Yeah, I'm pretty confident he just says that to wind me up. But we say stuff to each other all the time to wind each other up. Hello, Shannon. I'll say it again, but excuse my voice. I'm just getting over being ill. So yes. Just want to try and hurry up and get this background done because I want to get these stars on. So that gives me motivation. Once the background's done, gives me motivation to colour the rest of the picture. I know doing the background is not everybody's cup of tea. It daunts some people. Is there anybody here that a background, does it scare you? Do you prefer just to colour the actual illustration? Do you leave the background? Hello, Melissa. Excuse me. I just find it the most fun part. When I'm looking at pages like a boots before I buy them, I always make a beeline for boots that have got like loads of space so I can do my own thing with the background and not be told what to do. Let's get these blended. So we've got a lot of purple going on up there. So let's thingy that away. Actually, let's bring these, because that comes to there and that's the tail. So you like to think what the background could be. I do sometimes. I do, but then I'll sit there for ages and ages and ages and worry about what the background is going to be instead of just doing it. But in saying that, I think there's one Mariola page that I've done this month. And believe it or not, I have not done any sort of background. I've not even coloured the skin. I've just coloured the hair and called it a day. And I was happy with that because I was, you know, you spend hours and hours and hours doing one thing. And if it makes you happy, I don't want to feel forced to have to do the skin if I don't want to, or the background, or the hair, or whatever. Let's add a little bit more here. Yeah, so I'm more than happy calling that a finished page, even though in some people's eyes it won't be. But in mine it is. More pink, more pink. Let's add some more down here and I'll use the heat gun as well. I'll have a look at different areas and see if I need to add a little bit more anywhere else. Actually, no, I want more pink. Yeah, so as predicted, when we went out this morning, well, it weren't this morning, it was this afternoon, she loved the walk. She's got an absolute fascination with dogs at the minute. And anytime we walk past a dog, it's aya, 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 aya. That's the one word, one of the words that she can really say really well. And we got, as soon as you get anywhere near the car and she sees the boot going up to put the wheelchair in, that is it. She screamed the place down. Screamed the place down. And we've got used to people looking at us now. There's not a lot we can do. It's like, yeah, she don't want to go home. At least you don't want to go home. You know, she's happy to be out. Because I know some children don't even like going out, do they? No, these are the white Knights. I always forget the name of them. White Knights. Yeah, they are the White Knights ones. Really nice paints, these ones. I will try my best once the stream is over. I will pop in the description, because I've not done this in such a long time. I did it even, I'm going to check now what the description says, because I don't even know. It might not even say anything. No, it doesn't say anything. So it's on about members and stuff. So once it's finished, I'll go ahead and add all the bits and bobs of what I've used, just in case anybody's interested. Because I know sometimes, because chat goes fast, I do miss people's comments. I think I want a little bit more down here, then I'm going to use the heat gun and then just take a look and see if there's anywhere else. And that's just clean water that's going on now, just to blur out some of these edges. Just like so. Right, I'm going to pop the heat gun. Let's lift that up, there's too much paint there. I'm going to pop the heat gun on and then just take a minute just to look at it, because I can see a couple of areas that I wouldn't mind. I might put a bit of Payne's grey on. I might have to go and change my water as well. My water has turned into a very deep purple. Hello, Lee. I'm just looking at comments now while I can. Hello, Jen. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I'm enjoying the Kerby book. It's got a lot of mixed feelings, this books. What does everybody think of it? When it first came out, I heard and saw a lot of mixed reviews. So what do people think of it now? I mean, I still love it. I don't think it's as good as Mythomorphia, but Mythomorphia for me, it's going to take a lot to beat that, because that was one of my first Kerby books. So I do love that one. Edie baby, thank you. And I hope my voice comes back to normal tomorrow. I literally, once I've set Isabel off, I've got an appointment at home. Someone's coming out to check the stair lift at 9 o'clock. And then from 9 till about 2, all I want to do is film. Because I feel like I'm playing catch up now. I've not been on YouTube in over a week. You would have almost wanted to buy one. Well, that would have been cool, wouldn't it? Jen, you agree with me? Yeah, I think it's the same as like Hannah Calzon. I'll still always love Hannah Calzon's work, because she was one of the first artists that I ever coloured. But her newer books now, I don't want to say they're not my cup of tea, but they're not my favourite. Yeah, that's the best way I can put it. They're not my favourite. Right, so Payne's grey. Let's pop a little bit of water in there. Excuse me. Yeah, it is really cheap. I don't want to turn it back over. But yeah, £5. That's why I buy the backups of these. Because they are so affordable. I wish they were the same price for everyone, because it isn't fair. It's same as the Colour in Heaven as well. I know that we can just pick them up in the supermarket and they're really affordable, but other people, it's cost you an arm and a leg, and it's not fair. It really isn't. And the times that you have to wait as well. Right, so is this a Payne's grey? It most certainly is, but I want that watered down. So all I'm doing is popping a little bit in here and then just watering it down with my pipette. The handy little things then, instead of me using that big spray bottle constantly. Exactly, Kirsty. Considering like, you know, like some Amazon printed books, I mean, you could pay, I mean, the Christine Karen ones, they're like over £10, aren't they? Maybe a little bit under. I'm sure they're over £10 though. And they're just Amazon printed paper. So yeah, I always thought that even if he charged £10, I would happily pay that. So I'm popping down that paint's great, but just going over the edges with clean water just to blur it out ever so slightly. Just so there's not like a blunt edge there. Excuse me. Was it sold in this boot till you got it? You change your mind then? Yes, it's pink and turquoise. That's all it is. This is that pink, Pamela, is like it's more of a fuchsia pink. The one that I like to use for galaxies. I don't know the actual name because this palette, I think it just came like that, and I haven't got the names of them. But I know that the Winsor & Newton Cotman do such a similar colour. Thank you very much, Dawn, for joining. Got my throat. Right, let's deepen it up here. Let's add a little bit more of that paint, actually. Yeah, I just think they go beautifully together. Or if you add a pop of like a dark blue as well, that's nice, instead of the turquoise. I've tried that before, and numerous different purples. I just like to mess around with galaxies and just try different combinations, see what works best. It seems to be my chosen pastime at the moment. I've missed a comment here. The Anaconda, yeah, they are super duper expensive, aren't they? Super duper expensive, but they are really nice. They are really nice. I suppose like sometimes you do get what you pay for, sort of thing. But with the really expensive boots that I've got, sometimes I am scared of colouring in them, even though I'm a preacher of saying don't be scared, it's just a boot, it's just a boot. But I'll tend to be a little bit more careful in the more expensive ones. You see a hot mess incoming. No, honestly, it's easy. You just need to have it in your head that when you're putting a colour down, try your best. Like I started in this very corner, and I sort of like picked a rectangle out that I was going to work in. So I made sure that paint was always more or less wet, so I could blend it and move it round. And then when I was happy with it, I then moved to this area, did the same there. And I treat it in like portions like that. I mean, if I go ahead and did that whole page, then this would be too dry and I wouldn't be able to work on this part. And that's when you get it to, it looks really, really patchy and horrible. And it's, believe me, it's took me months and months months to figure that out. But I think I'm finally getting there. Bring this down further. Let's add some, I want to say clean water, but it's not clean anymore. I do need to go and change my water. It's gone to a very dark purple shade. And then while that's still wet, see what I mean? So it looks like that it's almost like feathering out. Oh my god, that would be amazing if he did. So I won't take the Colour in Heaven. But then I'd be saying, Colour in Heaven, can you put it on nicer paper and thicker paper so Debbie can use watercolour on it, please? I have used watercolour on that paper before, but I can't achieve what I can achieve in this book on that paper, unfortunately. Right, what am I doing? I'm dipping in the wrong paint here. See, I get sidetracked. I need to be my paints grey. Well, they changed the quality recently, didn't they? There was I'm not going crazy here, am I? There was a Facebook post that they've changed the GSM by, was it 10 or something like that? And they've took the foiling off, which, you know, I don't mind the foiling. To be honest, I wouldn't have even noticed. If they hadn't have told me, I wouldn't have even noticed. But, yeah, they've changed the thickness of the paper, which I don't think it's a really good idea on their part. I think they probably should have explained that the cost of things have gone up, because everyone's going to understand that, because it just starts, the cost of living has gone up, hasn't it? So maybe charge like, I don't know, 50p more, 25p more per copy or something. I don't know. That's not my place to really say, but I don't think it was a popular opinion, to be honest. I love the illustrations in Colour in Heaven, but sometimes it just, I want to switch to a bigger brush here, because this isn't just not doing it. Yeah, I just think I like the paper to be nice. If I'm going to spend hours and hours and hours on a page, then I want the paper to be nice. I want it to be enjoyable. You know, I don't want to feel like I'm on eggshells putting a bit of water down, because that's what it feels like sometimes. Right, so a little bit over here. And then I'm going to dry this with the heat gun, and then we will pop down some of these speckly, whatever, thingy-majiggers, stars down. Anywhere else? Anywhere else? Am I missing anywhere else? I think I'm good now, aren't I? Yeah, I'm not going to fuss around with it too much. I will check the bleed through when I've done this drying. I've got a funny feeling it is going to bleed through. Talking about bleed through, I've just picked up my palette and it's gone all over the table, which is absolutely superb. Yeah, I've got a funny feeling it will, because I was using a lot of paint then. But usually I'd put the plastic sheets behind to protect the page behind this one, but because I'm using the heat gun, I can't do that, it will melt. But we'll see. Let me dry this and then we'll see. So is that one finished with? It more so than it is. Just put my brushes back. These Princeton Neptune brushes. Oh, I love them. I love them. So for the white stars, speckles, whatever you want to call them, I will be using Dr. Phil. The PH Martin's Bleed Proof. I can't not call it that now. Ever since I first saw it, it's Dr. Phil that to me now. I wouldn't mind, but I've never even seen Dr. Phil. I need to put more liquid in these, I don't. I think I've only ever coloured one page in a Rita Berman book, and I've not got any of the Lulu Mayo ones, so I can't really comment on that, because it was only a tiny page that I did, and I can't really remember, it was a long time ago. No, I'm going to write down the name of that now, because I've not heard of that. That would be brilliant. Thank you, H-Rum Steps. I've not heard of that before. Teflon. So does it just come in big sheets and then you cut it? That's a really good tip, that. Thank you. I'll definitely try that. Right. We're still a tiny bit damp in areas, but I think we'll get away with that. So, yep. Right, can you see on that side? So we've got a little bit here, but I think you could cover that up easily. I don't think there's any issues there. Let's check the other side. Oh, I finally got new bulldog clips as well. See, this side's fine. Can you see? Let's move it over. That side's fine. So just while I'll leave that for a second, I want to show you some of my pages. I know that you'll see these at the end of the month, but I thought it would be nice to show you because I have done a few. Now, I did start this one, and my idea was to do a, you know, was it a moose or the Harry Potter scene when it's white? And then I saw somebody else, I'd already started this, and I saw somebody else on Instagram had already beat me to it. So I stopped. How silly is that? How silly. But I will have to come back to that. But I did that Phoenix one. That is all Watercolor 2, and then I went over the top with polychromos. What else have we done? Oh, I've done a video on that from start to finish, and it's just, you know, like a time-lapse one. Because sometimes I can't sit here and film for ages and ages. You saw this one last month, and I primed this page with the Daniel Smith watercolour grind, and I don't like it on this paper. I like it on a canvas, sort of, but I don't like it on this paper. And then we have, this one is a buddy colour. I need to share this on Instagram as well. Thoroughly enjoyed doing this. Thoroughly enjoyed doing that on watercolour. Moon on that one. And then there's my, what's it called? Number 53. Somebody else is going to beat me to it. 53. Was it 53 or 30? Yeah, 53. Which one is it called, that? See, I know it from a different thing because it's in a game that I play, and it's called a magma saw. That's why it looks the way that it looks. But I think Colour with Clothes started that one as well. I love it. It only took me 2 nights that. I was so proud of it. There you go, madam. Yeah. Alison, it was you I was talking to, weren't it? I still watch YouTube videos on that game, and so I think I'm a bit addicted to it. So let's keep everything crossed. Keep everything crossed. Stag, that's what it was. Couldn't think of the name. Mandy, it's fine. I'll only share it when you're ready. I feel like I'm having to hold my breath here. I've not heard of Neebs Gaming. I watch, I used to watch Slipgator. I even bought his merchandise. I used to love him. But he stopped doing them. Now I watch Syntac. There's somebody else who I watch as well. I can't remember the name. Oh, Daz Games sometimes plays Ark. Now he's hilarious. The Daz watch videos that he does. Oh, so funny. Why, how many pages have you done, Pickle? Oh, that, you know, I think what might actually be cool with that, can you see, instead of me going around the whole of the border and blanking out all of this, like what I originally planned doing, you can't even see, can you? But just pretending that I've not done that and colouring it in, you know, so it looks like they're coming off the page a little bit. So let's add these splatters in, and then what I think I'm gonna have to do, I'm gonna have a quick 2 minutes break, and I might pop out my Neo colours to get the whale done and the sea, and I need to change my water because my water is currently purple, and I might even add some metallic somewhere. I'm undecided. Oh, Kirsty, you've done 5. Oh my god, the cooking simulator one. Oh my god, yeah, it's so funny. Well, he did that Daz watches of the worst meals cooked on YouTube, or I can't remember the actual name of the But the worst meals. I think he's going to do a collab video with that woman. Oh my god, that is going to be so funny. I'll make sure I watch that with my son. Yeah, he has me in stitches, that guy. I saw that you uploaded as well, Kirsty, your whip. I need to watch that. Depending what time I get finished doing this stream. Right, so let me do a test. That should be okay. But this, I think it's made out of plastic, I'm not sure. It's absolutely perfect. I'm not bothered about going over the illustration because it's white. But I've done this before and I've had my phone right at the side of it and my phone was covered in white. It took me ages to scratch it all off. So a little bit more. Let me show you a little bit closer because I know that it might not be picking up very well. I think I'm going to go and get my nails done as well on Tuesday. I'm undecided yet. I've not had them done in like 2-3 months. Because I kept saying to myself, I can't justify it, I'm meant to be saving money. But I've not had them done in ages. Spotters, let's move on. Bloody hell, that was a lot there. It just scrapes off this stuff though, it's absolutely fantastic. Right. Whoopsie daisy. See? Silly thing. Right, I'm gonna have to fix it because of my stupid tripod and I've got this pencil in my knife. So, there we go. Now you're back. I do apologise. This is a very, very old tripod that I'm using and it seems like it's a little bit temperamental. Absolutely no chance. Absolutely no chance will I be getting a random nail thing because it's stuck on my nails for 3 weeks and I'll be so upset with myself if I didn't like it. Absolutely no chance. I'm a plain Jane when it comes to my nails, I think now. I just like the ombre. The ombre, clean, just easy. I know, Emma, I think so as well. I think that's so as well. You've just got yourself a camera, mate, and you're teaching yourself how to edit videos. I think the best way is just to look for YouTube videos, and that's how I taught myself. And yeah, the time-lapse videos are quite easy to do. What do I use for the software? I use Filmora for mine on my laptop. Colour Morphia is definitely worth it because it's all got all the boots and it's just the newer ones. Right, let me go and change my water and I need to put liquid in my cigarette. I will be 2 minutes, let this dry, and then I'll get my Neocolor 2s out unless we can think of, can we think of anything else that I want to use? Because I don't want to use straight up pencil. I'm not about that at the moment. But yes, be right back. Changing the water.
You put gin in that?
I'm just reading on chat just while I'm sorting my liquid out. Oh, it's filthy, that thing. It's all stained. Even though it's clean, it's all terribly stained. My laptop, it's probably about 3 years old. It's not really a really fast one. You can do it, don't you? Yeah. Yeah, you can put the oven on. Yeah, it's not a really fast one. I mean, like, if it's a half an hour video, to export it, it takes me probably about an hour. I have to wait an hour for it to even export, and then wait for YouTube to then to decide to upload it. It takes even longer, which is terrible. Are you doing videos, Alison? Have you said that before? Just to be safe, I'm going to pop the heat gun on this. I don't want to push my luck. Oh, what did you paint in gouache? That's one medium that I've tried my best to get used to. Annie, you can talk. Put them on that one, yeah. He's asking me which tray for chicken wings. I think it all depends on the size of the video. Like, for instance, you know that the Knowsley Safari Park vlog I did recently, last week, a week before, that was like a 55-minute long video that took about, I want to say about 5.5 to 6 hours to upload to YouTube, which I don't mind because I could just put it on in the background and potter around and do what I need to do. But right, nail colours. What colour do we think for the Mr. Whale? Let me pull them out. Now I have got a good selection of nail colours. Here's my brights drawer. And here's my more neutral and toned down. I originally thought greys. I'm still on the fence whether I should go with greys or I don't want purple. And I haven't got like a light, do you know, like a light turquoise, so it's all quite dark, so I'm thinking of sticking with the grey because the background is so in your face sort of thing, and then make the waves and stuff like purples and pinks. What do we think? The only reason that I switched from editing on my phone and stuff is because when people were ringing me, it would make my phone crash, and then I'd be halfway through doing something, or if I was like trying to upload and somebody called me, it would break, and then I'd be back to square one. And I thought, I've had enough of this. That's why I got the camera and whatnot. I think I'm going to stick with the greys, just these two greys, and make it a little bit more simple. So we've got just light grey and grey, so that's simple enough, isn't it? I've heard that the aqua colours, the Lyra ones, I think Corey did a video actually, did a comparison to the two, and I was very close to trying them myself, but I thought, you know, I've got these, I don't need two of the same sort of thing. But she spoke very highly of them. I don't think red, because I'm a sucker for things matching. And if it doesn't match, I get really upset and it hurts my eyes. So if I did that red, I'd have to pop red somewhere else, I think. But let's just pop some of this colour down. I don't know if that's going to be too light, so we'll go with the grey and the... Where's the colour of this one? Dark grey. And I hate sharpening these things. Hate it. I feel like I'm chucking money away when I'm sharpening them. So I try my best not to. The blessing with these is you can be quite messy. See, I've never tried them, Zoe, so I don't know. I'm just going off, I've just realised I should have done that. Oh, I should have done that though. I'm going to have to do that now. Can you see this bit here? That should have been the background. So let's just finish this portion off here. I'm going to have to go back and fix that. It's a good job I've kept the paints out. God, how annoying is that? Right, a little bit of the pink. Hello, Rolo. And then the turquoise, which was this one. Let's get these blended together. I don't know how I do it. Nearly every single time I do some sort of page, there's something that I miss out. Right, so can I activate this one now? So let me bring you in a little bit closer without my phone annoying me. He's put them chicken wings in now and I'm not even hungry. So he's gonna have like 6 chicken wings to himself. Oh, it's funny as well. We were saying we go to takeaways and stuff at the weekends. We're gonna have to find a new takeaway now. We're gonna have to find a new Indian and a new Chinese.
30 minutes bottom shelf.
Right, okay.
It'll need about 50 minutes though.
Yeah.
And also I'll the bag
Okay. Sorry Emma, I just missed your comment and I was in a world of my own. Yeah, I just usually get like a light pink to a nude colour on my nails. But I've got an appointment Tuesday morning at my daughter's school. She's getting these splints fitted. We bought her the cutest little shoes, these little Converse shoes. And they've got little flamingos on them. So I got them in one size bigger than what she is. So yeah, she gets fitted for them on Tuesday. Then I'm hoping if I get out of there early enough, I can quickly go to the nail place. How silly is this? We've got an appointment next month. She's got that surgery next month for the Botox in her glands. We've got to take her to Liverpool, which is like 40 minutes away, on the 24th. We've got to take her there just for a COVID test, and then we have to go back 2 days later for her to have the procedure. Now, Danny has to take time off work to take us down there. And yeah, they won't let us go to our local hospital, which I just think's taking the mickey. I'm all for doing COVID tests on her, but why couldn't they let us do it at our local hospital? I don't know. You did come up with a plan for your dad to buy them. They are expensive though, but they are really nice. I mean, I've had mine for a very, very long time now, and I don't see myself having to replace the colours that I've got. And I definitely don't feel the need to buy the missing colours that I've got. Definitely not. And it was only recently that I started pulling them back out again. Yeah, she's had Botox in her thighs before. Thighs and the back of her calves, and it seemed to help a little bit, but she's having it in the glands to help stop her drooling, which I can't wait for put her in a dead cute outfit without a bib on. I cannot wait. It's the small things. They definitely do like to be awkward. But we've said if we don't see a massive improvement within like 2 or 3 months, we're probably going to have to go down the other surgery route, which I didn't really want to do. But I won't get into that now because it's quite depressing. I just want my voice back to normal now. It's irritated me. Or maybe that's something that you can look into, getting the Botox for that. I mean, Botox is... When you mention Botox to someone that's not got any health conditions, they always think that it's like for beauty, because women get it, don't they? Not just women, men get it as well. But yeah, there's a lot of other things that it can be used for. Let's bring this down. You know, I learnt yesterday that a whale's, I don't know what you call this, the flipper, it's got the same, Google it, it's got the same shape, so it's got the 4 fingers there and its thumb's a little bit further back, but it still kept that thumb from all those millions and millions and millions of years ago. I learnt that yesterday. They're good for face paints. I've never heard of that. I've never heard of that, actually. And when I mentioned about the metallics, I could always do a couple of these fish in metallic paint, maybe. That's what I was thinking, because they sell specific face paints, don't they? Like non-toxic ones. I mean, I don't know what these ones are like, but... And don't forget, guys, this is just a base. I will go over the top with some sort of pencil. I will probably use either the Arteza or Prismacolor, just a softer pencil, I think. But it just gets rid of that white of the paper. I feel like I'm constantly keep coughing, I'm sorry guys. Let's get this big portion done. Let's get all this filled in. Not worrying about the birds, but if I get a little bit of grey on it, doesn't matter. Oh, I think the dogs next door are blessing us with their presence. In the new house, they've not got dogs. We've not got dogs. I can't wait to be able to sit in the back garden and not listen to barking. I cannot wait. Let's get that filled in. Kirsty, are you still wanting a dog? If you do, don't let it be a yapper. And if it barks, make sure you tell it off. Because I can't tell you what's more irritating than owners not telling the dogs to be quiet. I'm not doing anything special here, I just want to make sure that this is all activated. I'm hoping that I don't have another not so good night. I'll show you Isabel, she's right in front of me. She was up last night at 4:45 till gone. I want to say 5:45 this morning. I'm muted her at the moment, but she is asleep though. But the little terror has got school in the morning, so if she wakes up in the middle of the night, she's going to be tired. I've bought her some, are they called pinafores? Little pinafores. I cannot wait to see it. We've not got the really warm weather yet. Can't get away with putting her in it yet. But I can't wait until she's in one of them. And I got her these bows as well. One of them says Isabellasaurus with like a dinosaur. And then the other one says Isabel with her school colours. It's so cute. It should actually be here tomorrow. I want to do these in a darker grey, I think. I've just heard Danny start coughing. He best not start. Not with me as well. We'll both be keeping each other up. You've got a Frenchie. They're the ones, aren't they, that not talk but make funny noises, don't they? Like pugs. Well, that's what I've got next door to me. Well, he had 5 chihuahuas. One's recently died, so they've got 4 chihuahuas. And they know that we've got Isabel and she doesn't like the barking. And they just let them out all day long. Bark, 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 bark. And I've even said something and been quite snappy with her. To say it first, I've done it the nice way. And then she's not listened to me. Then I was quite snappy with her. And then that didn't work either. So the first thing that I did when I walked into the new back garden, I asked the guy, I went, how many neighbours have got dogs? And he went, none of them. I was like, yes, yes, yes. My dog barks when somebody knocks on the door, but then she shuts up. My other one used to get really upset either, but Rola's good. Blue Russian cat. I bet that's absolutely beautiful. I can't have cats. My husband's allergic to them, but I do love cats. Yeah, unfortunately, I can't have them. Did I see a comment further up? St. Bernard's. Are they the Beethoven dog? The big one? They are, aren't they? Oh, I bet he is beautiful, Amanda. There's not really that many cats around here. There's 1 or 2. But yeah, it might be different once we move. Yeah, the big Beethoven ones. They look like big teddy bears then when the puppies. Do they need loads of exercise then with them being so big? That's one thing that puts me off, because I just think if it's bad weather outside, I couldn't be bothered taking them out, but I know that they need to go out, so I'd feel like a bad owner not taking them out. Is that black, or is that one black? That one. Oh, I'm so sorry, Alison. Honestly, I know how you feel. I know how you feel. But as they say, time's a healer, and somebody told me that right at the start when Evie died. And I didn't believe them, but they are right. They are right. And I've got loads of trinkets around the house. I've actually got 2 pictures right in front of me that Kirsty did for me. Kirsty, I've kept the bow on. I couldn't take it off. I've got a lovely picture of Evie in front of me. Absolutely love it. And it's going up on the wall as well once we've moved. I'm sure cats do that though. Like they'll sit there and there's no traffic and they'll just sit there, and then as soon as a car comes, it's like that game Chicken. You can go first and then they'll run out. It gave me an heart attack, and the amount of times Danny shouted at me because I screamed because the cats jumped in front of the car. It's fine, they move. I don't think this is black, but I can't find the name of it. It's very close to being black. Oh, that's crazy. I would have thought that they'd need to go out those, you know, with them being really big. We had a Rottweiler years and years and years ago. I mean, like, I must have only been 5 or 6 years old. She was called Nikki. And we was meant to take her out loads, and because my parents didn't take her out, and my dad's a butcher, she was literally fed on meat. She put on loads and loads and loads of weight. So that's why I always have it in my head, if it's a bigger dog, it needs to go out for loads of walks. We took Roller out, it was Friday night. Danny got home and we took Roller when Isabel out for a walk, and we must have only been out, we was out for about an hour. Like, walked up to the main road and then round, basically one big circle. And we got back and she didn't come out of her bed for the rest of the night, and she was just panting. So yeah, she's definitely not fit, my dog, but she's only a Chihuahua, she's only small. She loves going out though. She's just scared of absolutely everything. So I think that's it. Let's activate that. I think I'll just pop a little bit of colour as well on here, and then once I've done that, I might do this in a whip of the week maybe and finish it on camera. Depends how much time I have tomorrow. The people that are meant to be sorting the stair lift out have told us that we're going to have to wait 6 months to have a new stair lift put in the new house. How they think that's right, I don't know. So we're going to either have to bed bath her, which is not good, or, and don't laugh because I laughed, we're going to have to put a paddling pool in the kitchen because it's all tiled, and bathe her in there until the stair lift gets sorted. Because yeah, there's nowhere to bath her downstairs. The little love, she loves baths as well. Whoa, that is big, isn't it? What food do they eat? Is it like kibble, or is it wet food or raw? My mum feeds her dogs all raw food. I don't think I'd be able to stomach that. Like when I'm cooking a chicken myself, don't want to touch it. Oh, do you have a sausage dog, Shannon? I love them, they're so cute. Perfect little sized dogs. For my family anyway. I couldn't have a big dog. Not with Isabel. I'd love to get a King Charles, I think they're called. The Lady and the Tramp dog. I think they are so beautiful. So that's worked quite effective, that, doing the darker shade underneath. No, but if I did all this with pencils, it would take me hours and hours. Her middle name is Lucifer. How kills that? Yeah, that's what my mum feeds her dogs there. Like I said, I don't think I could stomach it. My niece has recently just got a snake. Don't ask me what sort of snake it is, I have no idea. It's a good job I'm not scared of them. She sent me a video a couple of nights ago of it. But the daft girl keeps letting it wrap around her neck. I said, but you got to be careful doing that. I mean, she's 21, so she knows she knows what she's doing, but still, doesn't stop you worrying. Right, so I think we can move on to the waves now. So I can move on to my lovely bright colours, which I think some of these I've not got the names on because I've already peeled them off, unfortunately. But I like that pink. That's just called, why is that purple? That is not purple, that is pink. That's like a fuchsia. And then we've got mauve. Mauve? Or violet. I think we'll pick violet. We'll go with these three. You lot talking about dogs and personalities. I've never actually seen a Saint Bernard close up. I'd love to. I think they did give dead good hugs. My Chihuahua gives dead good hugs. But I imagine that a bigger dog, it'd be nicer. Right, so the very tips were like the waves. I'm going to put white acrylic over them. So that's not the final look of what it's going to look like when I've done this neo colour. I just want all different colours. I'll have to switch to a bigger brush as well. This one's turned into a really bright page, hasn't it? Well, has anybody seen a program called Better Call Saul? It's like the what happened to one of the guys out of Breaking Bad, the lawyer. I'm up to season 3 now. It's brilliant. I'm enjoying it just as much as Breaking Bad, actually. I thought that would be the case. That's one of the dogs that my mum's got, and she says that as well. She's got a Staffordshire Bull Terrier. I think she's, God, Bella must be about 11 now. 11 years old, I think, maybe a little bit older. You know, when you say things like that, Kirsty, it makes me feel hopeful. Hopeful, it really does. I know it's a different kettle of fish, but it does make me feel hopeful. Appetite for colouring, hello. Have you told me your name before? If you have, I do apologise. My iPad is on about 7%, so it's a good job that I'm nearly finished. So let's add some of this dark. It's just like a dark blue, this one. You've watched the new Batman? The new Batman is, oh, it's a of Twilight, isn't it? Robert Pattinson, is it? I haven't watched it. I haven't watched it. And I don't actually know of anyone that's actually watched it. What was it like? Excuse me. I think I need to go and get some more of them lozenges. I went into the pharmacy the other day, and for a pack of, I think it was like 20 lozenges, £5 something. £5 something. Are you having a laugh? Are you having a laugh? So I'm using them sparingly. Yet I will spend £3 on a pencil. Right, so I will need my cloth. Yeah, she's the occasional yes and hi, hiya, hiya. Did you see that video I added on Facebook? For anybody wondering what we're talking, me and Kirsty know each other in like we're friends in real normal life. I don't like saying real life because this is real life, but you know what I mean. So she's on my Facebook. I did a little video of Isabel nattering in the park, just going hiya, 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 over and over and over again. Sweet. Considering we thought that she wouldn't ever speak, it's really nice. Blend these colours down. Clean my brush off. I'm lifting the paper up because I don't want to get it on the other page. I forgot to put a protector there. So now that's still wet, I want to add a little bit more of a deeper purple. I think I'll have to stick with that violet, that's the deepest one I've got. And then just put it on the end to pick some of this colour up. See, it's not as dark as I wanted it to be. I'm going to go in with the black and just risk it. What could go wrong? Just want a little bit of contrast, you know, to make it look like it's shadowed a little bit. Oh, my iPad's at 5%. Quick, quick! I need to have a decent early-ish night as well tonight. Being up just after 6 o'clock in the morning. It's going to take me ages to wake up. I think I'll leave it there and then I'll just have to add more shadows and stuff when I come back to do the pencil detail. What shall I just finish this in my own time, or does anybody care to see it? Because you'll see it in the finished pages. What do we think? So I don't mind doing this as a whip of the week maybe. Let me know. But I'm quite pleased actually. Oh, the camera's doing it again. I'm quite pleased with how that's turned out. I think the next time I stream I'm going to actually use my webcam and then make it a little bit more safer. But I appreciate everyone joining the stream, considering that I've not streamed in a while. I've really enjoyed it. Thank you for everyone showing up, and hopefully I'll be able to stream a little bit earlier because I'm getting to this time now. I'm just like, oh, I need my bed. I need my bed. So you may see this or you may not see this, but you'll see it on the finished pages. And I've got that white stuff all over my nails, which is just fabulous. But I'm going to go now. Excuse me. Go and take my lozenges. Again, so thank you very much for joining. And I will see you in my next video, which will hopefully be tomorrow. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.